concern was not love for what he could make, but for who he is, a part of the family. Now that's all changed. Victor Vasquez with the story.
Nevolia Collins is calling her Papa. Not her real Papa, but her pet alligator named Papa.
Alligator eyes are almost the color of the eyes my dad had. And I feel that's part of my dad.
Nevolia's dad passed away 2 years ago. Now she remembers him by a pet alligator who was taken away from her family last week. They didn't have a permit to keep the alligator in the backyard of their Carson home, even though they've raised him there since 1966.
I don't understand why. All the neighbors in the neighborhood know I have the alligator. The children will come and they'll ring the doorbell and say, Miss Nell, can I go see the alligator? There was no reason that he should have been taken away from us. They could have given me a warning.
Nevertheless, Papa is now being held in the wildlife way station in Tujunga, where he is kept along with hundreds of other animals who await a legal decision on whether they can be kept by their masters.
He's doing very well. We've got him inside a warm building. He has not eaten yet, but then this is a time where normally alligators will be very torpid anyway. I believe the owners are trying to get permission to have him returned to their custody.
Nevolia's family have been alligator people since she was a little girl growing up in the Gentilly swamps of Louisiana. Back then, alligators were their livelihood. That's why Papa is more than just an alligator. He's a living memory of the way things used to be. And now he seems to be just as far away as Nevolia's mom and dad.
My mom was here 2 summers ago. She passed last year. And she'd come here and she'd always sit in the backyard here and look at the alligator, just admire him. She said, God, she said, if your dad was living, how he would love to see how fine this alligator is.
Victor Vasquez, Channel 2 Action News.
He doesn't look too interested. You may say not in my neighborhood, but people who have been neighbors to an alligator say just the opposite. And now that the 6-foot reptile has been taken away, a family is really brokenhearted, and a neighborhood is taking action. Gatorade? Carrie Berglund has a story.
This is Papa, the alligator. He's being held tonight at a wildlife way station. This was Papa during happier times, lounging poolside at his backyard home in Carson, a home he shared with the Collins.
When I'm out here working in the garden, I'll go over to him and I'll say, Papa, and I'll call him, I'll go, and he comes up to me. And when it's time to feed him, I will open up the gate there and I'll say, Papa, and put his food there, and he comes right up and eat it.
Papa's lived on this street since 1967, when he was, well, about this big. And the neighbors here say he's never been a problem, never been a threat. In fact, just the opposite. He's been a welcome, unusual addition to the neighborhood.
He's straight, and he has little bumps on top of him. And he's green. Yeah.
He's green?
Mm-hmm.
Was he friendly?
Yeah.
This is a good alligator. He's not a threat to anybody, no one at all. In fact, it's a cultural learning experience for a lot of the children who've grown up in the area.
They took him away.
What do you think of that?
That's sad, because he didn't do nothing.
It's not what Papa did, kids. It's what the Collins didn't do. They never got the right permit for an exotic pet. And someone called and reported them. Nell doesn't know who. She says now she doesn't want to know.
At first, I felt kind of bad. Well, why would someone do this to me? But with all these beautiful feelings of caring that I see from people, that one person is not going to make me dislike people.
The Collins are working on the paperwork now, and so are the neighbors, signing petitions to bring Papa home again. In Carson, Carrie Berglund, Channel 9 News.
I hope they visit him in his cell anyway, till he gets free.
I hope he's more likable than he looks.